The Biafran dragon spirit has given the British Special Force who invaded Biafra land the 28th day of December to face them one-on-one. If they think they are more weaponized, more powerful than them, hear the news in details. Lovers of freedom, we have come again to tell you that there's a good news in the house. Biafrans are no longer cowards. Before, whenever you do a Biafran thing, people will just be hiding. They've covered their face. Now they are showing their face to tell you that, see, we're no longer hiding. We're not doing anything wrong. We're fighting for our freedom. It's not bad. I said we can no longer blame the British government again, but we need to collect what is ours. And that's the only thing that makes us human. So the 28th day of December, we're going to have battle on Premium Square. Because these forces have invaded our land and they say that by force, we are not going to leave Nigeria. They are business center. How do you create a country? You create a business outlet and you call it a country? We are living as one, yet we are not even one. Look at what is happening in Taraba State. Look at what happened in Kaduna. Look at what is happening in Benue. And they don't even care as long as they are still milking the Africans. And this is what the Biafrans say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. So, we can no longer continue to allow ourselves to be thrown aboard, allow ourselves to be looked at as people with disregard. It must be a heavy pediography. Yes. The Biafran Dango spirit are coming out with a different kind of force. A different kind of force that the zoo did not see coming. A whole lot of different kind of force. Gone are the days when we are scared, we are worried, we are concerned about some certain things. Gone are the days. This time around, we have to be more concentrated, more alarming, more charming, and doing the things that we know how to do. So that when this whole thing is done, this whole thing is over, Biafrans can sit up and say to themselves, we did the right thing. Protecting our land, preserving our heritage, and trying to push through what needs to be pushed through. So, as we continue the path of righteousness, let's again understand that the era has come for us to defend ourselves. You see, what this news broadcaster is calling us is calling the IPOB rebels, people who are fighting for their land. And I know that the person who is saying that is nothing but a Yoruba man. Yes, these are people who cannot even build their own lands. Everywhere. He's the one calling those who want to be free from the Zoo Caliphate, from the Fulani Caliphate. Look at what they are doing in the north. The Yoruba people think they are safe. They think they have juju, they have jazz. Whereas those who are wise in Biafra land have picked up weapons to defend their land against these same terrorists from Cameroon, who today ended the life of over 500 people in Taraba State. Protecting yourself is not a crime. There's nowhere in the Constitution of Nigeria, in the Constitution of the world, that protecting yourself is a crime. You have to brutally protect yourself. from external forces. And that is why I will say this plainly, conveniently, that the hour has come for each and every one of us to realize the biggest victory that we possess. It doesn't matter how long they try to twist it. One thing that matters more is that Biafra actualization has already happened and victory has already been put in place. You see, we must communicate to the various orders that one must see. Big zone, big victory, what must be said, what must be put in place. And by so doing, everybody must understand that it is the time for us to hold ourselves. You all have seen that someone never have seized the airspace. What are they going to do about it? What will they do now that someone never has seized the airspace? They cannot do anything. Because they can no longer fly their helicopters and drop bombs on innocent people who are just selling markets. And we have heard it from the horse's mouth. Ife anabia, okalere, onye ukwu, kali onye nkata, onye nuyozie wane. PM Simon Eber has replied the zoo government. They have equally replied the British government who tried to take over the missiles of the Biafran dragon spirit. This is just the beginning. You see, I must say it with every peace of mind that Biafrans are now coming to that very point where nobody, I repeat, nobody can stop them. Nobody can stop them. I want you to pay attention to this video. They will be right back. It is very, very simple and clear that the zoo government do not want the Biafran to ever succeed, and they are doing it very well with the British government. The British government on their own has vowed with their life that instead of Biafra to rise, two things will happen. Everybody in Biafra land will go down. That's how terrible it has become. Yes, that's how terrible it has become. Instead of anybody to talk about Biafra, or for Biafra to be free, if a day boy may, yes. But the truth of the matter is this. You see, Biafrans are no longer begging for freedom. Obviously, they are no longer begging for freedom. They're not even asking anybody to help them go free. We're now fighting it. And I love what Simon Eber said. He said, I will be, and this generation will be the end of British colonialism in Biafra land. See, we cannot continue to blame the British for colonizing us. It is not their fault. They did what they had to do for their people to survive, yes. But it will be our fault if we keep sitting back and tolerating this evil that they are doing with some politicians in our land. That will be more evil on notice. So that is why everybody and each and every one of us must stand upright and condemn what we don't want. If you know what you don't want, sit up and say to yourself, enough is enough. I cannot continue to hold this to the doorstep. And before you know it, everybody will be free from this British colonialism. I love PM Simon Eber courage. He's a courageous man and he knows what he's doing. From the beginning, people thought that he's too cool to be the Biafran leader. But he has proven himself, and of course, the zoo is equally crying. The Musa is equally crying.